worked. Good afternoon, my people. It's been a very, very long time. Good afternoon. You're welcome to another live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope I'm coming out very clear. You're welcome to another live stream. So, there is this story that is just breaking, and I wanted to share the story with you guys today, Sunday, the 4th Advent. So first of all, I'd like to say happy 4th Advent. It's almost Christmas, guys. So we thank God that we are here and healthy and able to witness today. So thank you so much for joining me once again. I wanted to share this story with you because when I saw the news, I was like, wow, do you know, when I go to the US, I basically go to this area. So when I saw the news, I was like shocked, like what is going on? So it happened that it's two Nigerian couple. The man is a doctor and the woman is a nurse. And they have 3 children. The children have all grown up, you see. So the news that we are getting is not a very good news at all, at all, at all. They said they don't know what actually happened. Like there are different versions of what happened, but what we know is that they are just doing investigation. So like I was asking people who know the couple, because like I said, it's an area that I've been to, and like there's a grocery shop around that place. I basically normally walk to that place when I'm in the US, because it's in the neighborhood where I used to be when I go there. So like they said that there are different different versions of what is going on. And they said, for example, they said the first version is that the man is shooting wife. You see, he first of all shooting wife, then he can't shoot himself. That is the first version. And they said that the children, because they have 3 grown-up children, the children were there when it happened. That's the first version. And the second version said that the children were not there, that somebody called the police and the police came there, you see. Then the third version said that the children were not there. It was the daughter that heard news about it. Like the daughter have not heard from the parents for a long time, so she came to check out what is going on with the parents, and then they saw what was happening. But nobody is sure at all what happened. But let me play the news according to the US media, how they reported it. So this is the man and the wife that we are talking about here. Hope you can see it here. So this is the man and his wife. I mean, they don't really look old, they don't look old, but yeah. And so I wanted to share with you what the US news is saying.
Are you recovering from a serious accident? My name is Vic Bond, and I've been practicing law
This
for over
is
35 years.
what they
Consultation
call
is
it, a
free. Give us a
Viabong
call. We can assist
advert.
you.
I'm gonna
Schedule a
remove it.
consultation today. Call 832-433-6565.
Sugarland is a husband and wife who've been found dead inside of a home in the Great Woods subdivision.
And police say two adult children were injured when they got to that home on Brookstone Lane. Channel 2's Rochelle Turner is live on the scene. Rochelle, have police identified the mother and father?
Keith, police have not identified the couple, but in a Facebook post, the rector at the Episcopal Church of Epiphany in Houston identified the mother and father as Ben and Teresa Okabo. They say this is devastating news to the Epiphany and Nigerian.
What is saying Okubo is Okibo. Yeah, Okibo. That's what she's saying, Okibo. So let me continue to play it.
It's 6:02 right now. He has been missing for more than 48 hours.
Oh my God. I'm kind of going direct. That's why the thing is, I didn't download it, so yeah, let me play it again. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's difficult to get the time together, so that's why I wanted to do it on.
With all the new hobbies we're trying this year, your electricity use might be a little unpredictable. With Tri-Eagle Energy, you can try an electricity plan that helps you save. In fact, saving on electricity might become your favorite hobby. Start saving today with Tri-Eagle Energy.
Sugarland is a husband and wife who've been found dead inside of a home in the Great Woods subdivision.
And police say two adult children were injured when they got to that home on Brookstone Lane. Channel 2's Rochelle Turner is live on the scene. Rochelle, have police identified the mother and father?
Keith, police have not identified the couple, but in a Facebook post, the rector at the Episcopal Church of Epiphany in Houston identified the mother and father as Ben and Teresa Okabo. They say this is devastating news to the Epiphany and Nigerian community. This area in the Great Woods subdivision of Brookstone Lane and Sugarland turned into a crime scene Friday morning. Ace Walker was shocked to see police cars and crime tape in his neighborhood.
It's like right down the streets. That's really wild.
Around 10 o'clock this morning, police were called to this home.
One of the kids dialed 911. Apparently there was a fight, a disturbance going on inside the residence.
Inside, they found a mother and father dead.
It appears that it could be a potential murder-suicide, but it has not been, totally ruled.
Steve Nelson lives down the street and says the neighborhood has always been quiet. He's seen the husband before while walking his dog.
It's shocking for all of us because you just don't really expect something like that to happen here. It's always, somewhere else.
It's still unclear about what happened and how the couple died. Neighbors say it's a tough situation, especially with Christmas a week away.
My heart goes out to them. That's really sad.
The two adult children are cooperating with police. They tell me they've been called to this home 2 times in the past 2 years. Both of those calls were not crime related. That's the very latest here in Sugarland. I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC Channel 2 News.
So, my people, this is this is just a breaking news. It's a developing story, but it's shocking that they said the man is a doctor and the woman is a nurse, and they have raised their children. Their children are grown up, and this kind of thing still happens. So, the thinking is that the man, shot the wife, and then himself, maybe when he realized that his life is basically over. You understand? So, this is a Nigerian. Hey, hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Carl Crooks. Yeah. So, I don't know what to make out of this, but I think it's something that I want to talk about going forward, because these things continue to happen. These couple problems, especially our people from Nigeria, and especially between southeasterners, or maybe even southwesterners. I'm not so sure, but it's always a recurrent issue that people go to America, and they cannot just bear with each other. And this kind of thing continue to happen. And I think that the only thing that is good about this thing now is that the children, at least they are adult children. They were able to bear with each other until the children are adult children. So I don't know what would have motivated the man, to do this, Maybe the woman wants to leave him at this time, and he's looking at himself that where does he want to start from? He has raised the children and the children have gone out. Where does he want to start from? You know, um, Kengos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce it well. Yeah, so I think that our men, you guys, you really need to think very well, and our women, you people, you need to think very well, because the system was there before you people came. You don't have to, because of say you saw a system, you will not be able to bear with each other again. There are some things you can easily bear with each other, but because you are in America, you will not be able to bear with each other, and different people react differently. Thank you so much. People react differently to situations. So my people, please, when you go to America, whether you are a nurse, whether you are whatever you are, as a woman, most of the time they blame the women that are nurses, but also the men, you also have to have your own blame. And I think that, like, for example, this man, he's a medical doctor. Most times we used to say that the men don't have an occupation, that the men went to bring the woman to go to school, so that he will be basically feeding and living off the woman. But we are talking about an accomplished father here, who is a medical doctor, and also an accomplished mother, who is a nurse, and both of them have raised their children. So what can cause this kind of a thing, my people? You can bring your own suggestion. I think we need to talk about this thing, because we are not doing so well as a people, as a race, as anyhow you want to categorize us, when it comes to this issue of family, of bearing with each other, of living together. Like, even the people that put the system that we think is favorable for one person or is not favorable for the other person, they are still managing with it on. And even if they have problems with it, I think that we can look at the problems that they have with their system and make all the profit we can from it. You understand me? We make all the profit that we can from the system, instead of using the system against ourselves. Okay, look at it now. We're talking about Christmas. Oh, you're welcome. What happened is that we're talking about a US couple, a doctor and a nurse. The man shot the wife, and then he shot himself. So they found them at their home. This is happening in the US, and the couple already have grown-up children. The children are already grown up, they are already adults. So I don't know what happened, and the police say they are still investigating. So there are three different versions. Some say that the children were there when it happened, and that one of the children sustained injuries. But another version said that the children were not there, they just came to check on the family and sort out what has happened. So right now, nobody knows the motive. Nobody understand why the man did that to his wife. But me, I can think that maybe something is going on. Maybe the woman wants to leave him. Yeah, that's a very, very sad thing to hear. And imagine, look at, very close to Christmas. So my people, this is a very, very bad thing. And I think that our men, especially, because I feel that a lot of women, when they are very secure, especially in America, when they have these good professions, you're a nurse, you will never, no matter what is going on, no matter how bad the economy is, you're going to have a job. It gives you that kind of security. Sometimes it may lead to people don't want to live with the man anymore. And I don't know what the situation is, but I'm thinking that let everybody have at the back of their mind some kind of plan. Don't go and be planning that I'm going to live, train the children and live with the woman ever after. It may not be like that, so that you're not going to take this drastic step that this man took, because he is the one that shot the woman first. So for whatever reason, and I think that when he has done that and he realized that I'm going to go to jail and my life is over, literally, so he decided to turn it on himself, you see. And at the end of the day, the adult children have lost their parents, the grandchildren have lost their grandparents, and they will have to be dealing with this kind of tragedy at a time like this, when COVID did not kill them, when all the difficulties that they have gone through did not take them away. It is just whatever it is that is going on between them. And at least they have been able to raise their children together. I believe they could have been able to resolve their differences. So I don't know what leads people to this extremism, but I think that we can do better than this as a people, as Nigerians, as Igbos, as anything you call yourself, as a race. We can do better than this. We can do better than this. Just because we see, for example, we sometimes we see high profile people that get into trouble who are white people. You will still see their wives staying behind them, standing with them, and you may be thinking that you are laughing at them, and then they are I'm the way I'm looking at it, I'm looking at, because the woman looks very, very young, and the man, I mean, he doesn't look old, but maybe the woman doesn't want again. I don't know what the problem is. Or maybe it's because of money, or maybe it's because of a project they are running. But whatever case it is, I think we should just take it easy with ourselves, because it's only this one life. All these things that we are dragging money, dragging position. Imagine there are people that something like this has happened to, and the children are still small, and the children will have to go into foster care, and will have to, all this suffering. There is no need for that. And sometimes, the way all the children, like if you come to this Germany, most families are single parent families, single parent family. The men are not there, sometimes, the children get into difficulties because they don't have any male role model to guide them, to give, to help them, to bring them up, So we are seeing this problem in the diaspora, and it's too much. So my heart goes out to them. And I mean, it's not a very good story to say on a Sunday, but it's a developing story. It's very, very recent. It happened actually the day before yesterday. And I was thinking that I would just do it on a live video like this, so we can have this conversation, that please, my brothers, please, my sisters, let us forgive each other. Let us bear with each other. Let us use our church mind when it comes to these things. Just because we live in a place where we have a gun doesn't mean we should just use the gun on ourselves, Yeah, exactly. We need to talk about it, especially when it has to do with couples, and we have to talk about it even because right now there are so many difficulties people are facing, and some people just don't see any end to it. It has been a very difficult year, and especially for medical professionals. And if the man is a doctor and the wife is a doctor, I don't know what is the tipping point for them, and the man decides that they want to end it all. You see, I feel that we can forgive each other, honestly. Forgiveness is something that we are undermining in marriage. Forgiveness is a fundamental part of marriage. Anybody that tells you that marriage is all rosy, 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 marriage is literally forgive and forgive and forgive. The things that you may not be able to forgive in marriage are maybe, bodily harm, violent things like that, you just take your distance. But most other ordinary things, all these financial things, we can forgive each other. And at the most, we can just separate. We don't have to be in each other's face all the time, fighting and hitting up ourselves, all this kind of a thing. So let us please abide this thing in our heart, because I was thinking that today being Sunday is not a very good topic to talk about. But in the spirit of, for example, whatever the case may be, if the man can forgive his wife, he will not, use the gun on her, and he will still be here. You understand me? And if the woman too can forgive and let some things go, it's still this life. They will just live their life. I mean, they have brought their children up in that America. Imagine raising 3 grown-up children in that America. This is supposed to be the time they are supposed to enjoy their life, because before they have children, all the struggle, going to school, doing all these, and then they have the children, they are trying to raise them, all the struggle, all the stress, and now the children are raised. This is the time they are supposed to stay together and enjoy the life, because now they will have the money, because the woman is a nurse, the man is a doctor. So obviously they are not raising children anymore. The money is not for them, maybe travel, live fine, eat together, you come home to each other together. This would have been a perfect time for them to enjoy their life. But look at what the devil has done because of unforgiveness, because anything that goes to this magnitude, you have to take it back to forgiveness. Sometimes you have to forgive yourself, even not forgiving another person. Forgive yourself. There are some mistakes you will do in this life that you will want to say, I want to end it, or what can I, but you just have to forgive yourself. Sometimes the forgiveness is not just for another person, but for yourself. You will just have to forgive yourself, because at the end of the day, it's still this life. You learn from it, you move on, and at the end of the day, when you look back, you will even wonder at that point of desperation, and we have also a problem that most times we don't have anybody we want to turn to. You see, anybody you want to turn to may turn to exploitation, may turn to making a caricature of you, and this kind of thing makes people to turn away from opening up and telling people what they are passing through. You see, so my people, let us bear with each other, let us forgive each other, and let us know when to walk away, and instead of causing more pain. You see, and this suicide situation, I don't know, I cannot relate with it, because when I was growing up, in spite of all the difficulties that we faced, they will always say, "Hey, what are you going to do now? Are you going to kill yourself?" It's like removing killing yourself from the equation. Like, okay, there is a possibility that you are going to kill yourself, but it is not part of the equation. It is not a solution. It is not something that you consider. And so because of that, whenever anything is happening, you say, I can't kill myself now. What will I do? So because they already took your mind out of I can't kill myself. But when people are in the West, they don't have that mind that I can't kill myself. They have another mindset that I can just kill myself and just end it all. I can just kill myself now and everything will end. So we need to teach ourselves and our children, this concept that we had growing up. And I see that a lot of people are also starting to take their lives at home, because times are changing. The dynamics of the relationships that people have with each other, and with themselves and with the community is changing. So a lot of all these things is always coming up. You see young people ending it all. Nobody just, the whole thing will just be so overwhelming. So again, husband and wife, please let us learn to bear with each other, especially as Black people, and especially for our Black men. We need to understand that the Black man is going through a lot in the West, really. No matter how easy you may have it as a woman, you need to understand the place and the challenges of a Black man in this society, and cut him some slack. He may not be perfect, you may not be the best, but please let us learn to cut our men some slack. And again, our men would like to say to you guys, please, you guys should play your role, and preserve yourself. Don't make your plans based on your wife and your children. And when you are raising your family, when you are doing everything, be planning also for yourself. Because you know that all these things are transitioning. Your children will grow up, they will leave. You don't know the aftermath, especially in this society. So always think about your end. Think about it. What when you are 50, when you are 60. For example, a woman may go to school, especially for people in North America, and they can go to school, they can become a nurse, and they will be professionals, they will just be doing that work, and you will be doing hustling, running around. But by the time you are 50, my brothers, by the time you are 60, you are not having that energy to run around again. And then you want to sit back and think that, oh, I sponsored my wife, I brought her over, her success depends on me. If I didn't bring her, if I didn't marry her. But she's not thinking like that. You have to put it into consideration, and especially the burden of living abroad, being a source of livelihood for people at home. That burden is also on every family of ours that is here. It's called the black tax. It's also on every one of us. So you have to think about your end game. Think about your, don't put your hope on the wife you're bringing her, on the career she's going to make. Don't do that. While you're hustling, be thinking about your retirement. You have to plan towards your retirement, so that all this kind of frustration that will want to make you to kill the woman, will not be there. If you plan your end game, you see, you can also secure that end, however it goes. If it works out fine, oh well and good, you can stay back together and enjoy your life together. If it doesn't, you have a place to fall back to. What our men forget is that sometimes unfaithfulness, you run around, you become a serial father, impregnate everybody. At the end of the day, you think you are going to have that energy and that bustling and that figure, and that six pack, all those kind of things that you normally will have as a brother, yeah. You live your life, but when you are 60, when you are 70, you become an old man. You are just there. You don't, you become abandoned. You have not really cared for anybody. You were not really there for anybody. And then this is one. And then the other people that actually really invest, maybe you go home, you bring your wife, you put everything, you invest in her, you do too much, you just put all your plan on the woman. You understand me? The time you are sponsoring the woman to go to school, try to do something. Go to your own school too, even if it is technical skill. Go and learn it, something you can sit back and be doing in your old age, and you will enjoy it, so that you will not be this desperate. You will not end up, you understand, in this mindset that I brought you here, I made you who you are, and I invested in you, you have to give me back, but I mean, this is something I'm saying from a general point of view of what is happening between our, in our community. But this case is very peculiar because the man himself is a medical doctor and the woman is a nurse. So both of them are accomplices. So I don't know what would have led them to this end. And I think that whatever it is, it must be that it was something with financial. It has to be financial, or that the woman wants to leave. You see, it can be, honestly, it can be. I have an uncle that like, it's not like an uncle, like somebody I know. You understand me? Somebody that I know, that something like that happened, but he just let it go. The woman left, and life goes on, honestly, life goes on. So yeah, my people, let's learn from what has happened to this couple. It's unfortunate. It is not something that we pray for, and let's just learn from it. Let's learn to forgive each other. Let's plan ahead. Let's know that you cannot trust in anybody, no matter how good you think the person are. You cannot put your faith in anybody, but you can put your faith in the plans you put for yourself. You can put your faith in the preparation you have made. Like they are said, they say, the years are, how they say that, they say the years are short, but the decades are long. The years are short. For example, like myself now, when I look at myself, I can't believe I'm 40. But there are people that before you know it, the years are going, and the years are going, and then you think that the years are going fast. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you see that when you are getting to 50, 60, 70, the decades, they are long, unending. And if you did not plan for them, if you don't make provision for them for those decades, you are not going to have it easy. And especially as a man, yeah. I don't know what else to say. My heart goes out to them. And yeah, we'll continue to have this conversation. If I learn more about what actually happened between the couple, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I'd like to say happy Sunday to you guys. Um, don't forget to forgive each other, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for your misgivings, for the mistakes you made, for the things that you shouldn't do that you did. Forgive yourself. Forgive those that have offended you, and don't take drastic measures. Don't act in your anger. you know, just forgive yourself. Use your church mind. Try to forgive yourself, you know. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. So yeah, I hope you like the video and you hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button and the notification bell. So get to continue this conversation. So see you another time. Bye for now. Bye.